I think there is a great amount of sadness. I think there's just hurt right now.
A community in shock and now looking for answers. Good evening, I'm Karina Rubio. Brandon is off tonight. We've been uncovering more information about the triple murder in Mahomet all day. Tonight, many people in that Champaign County village in mourning. Everything started when officers were called to a home in Mahomet last night. They found 3 members of the Mason family shot to death. Then authorities say the suspect, 24-year-old John Lyons, fled north to a Chicago suburb. That's where Berwin police say they shot and killed him. WCI3's Jack Crum is with us. Jack, people were at a vigil tonight. How are they coping with this unexpected loss?
Karina, dozens gathered at Grace Church in Mahomet earlier this evening. The church welcomed in anybody who was feeling the heavy grief of the situation. The focus was for silent prayer and reflection for a tragedy that's shaken an entire community.
Probably up to 3 people shot.
A mother, 61-year-old Janice Mason, a daughter, 26-year-old Sarah Mason, and a son, 23-year-old Caleb Mason, all killed in a shooting on Riverside Court. Mahomet police were called to the scene around 9:40 p.m. Wednesday night. Neighbors describing the area as typically quiet.
Completely confused by what happened. It didn't make any sense.
Following the murders, the suspect, 24-year-old John Lyons, went about 2 hours north to the Chicago suburb of Berwin, where local police shot and killed him around 11:30 p.m. the same night. Now, less than 24 hours later.
It does take time, it does take one another to do that.
The long process of healing beginning for many impacted in Mahomet, a vigil to mourn lost friends and community members.
This was not about Grace Church. This was about Mahomet and helping the village of Mahomet to begin healing through this tragedy.
Mike Case is the family life pastor at Grace Church in Mahomet. He says they opened their doors to allow dozens to reflect on the incident.
Being able to have an opportunity to let some tears flow is a good thing. You know, and every tear matters.
People at the vigil crying and hugging. The church also welcoming in trauma professionals and therapy dogs to help cope with the loss.
Early this morning, just started to think about how could we work on try and just be a blessing in some way that we can for our community, and we just felt like this was an easy way just to extend our love and offer an opportunity just to be hopefully just some love, some hands and feet of Jesus, and just offer some comfort in a time that we know is challenging in our community.
A tragedy not soon forgotten, and a community still reeling.
It's going to take a lot of time, but it's also, you know, we're not meant to be in a vacuum. We're meant to be around people.
The investigation has been turned over to Illinois State Police. This is standard procedure for officer-involved shootings. WCIA has reached out to state police for further information, and we are currently waiting to hear back. Karina?
Jack, thank you. Like we said earlier, the triple homicide has ties to the Chicago suburb of Berwin. Police there say they got a call about someone with a gun. Before the suspect, John Lyons, was shot and killed by police, they say he broke into someone's home. Authorities say Lyons shot and killed Scott Wishkabee's 2 dogs. He says he saw a Berwin police car on his block shining a floodlight, appearing to look for someone. Then he went downstairs and found Lyons.
And when I turned on the light, the guy was standing at the end of the basement and just started shooting. And he shot. I blocked my son, and I told him to get upstairs and get his mother and get out of the house, you know? So he ran, he was fast, and then by the time as I was running, he was chasing me through the basement, shooting.
His wife and son got out of the house and ran to a neighbor's home. Berwin police say Lyons ran off once again after that and began shooting at officers. They shot back and killed him.